Welcome to Break a Wish, the podcast where all your dreams come true, but with terrible, ironic consequences. I'm your host, Maddox Campbell. On each show, we take a magic wish and try to come up with the perfect ironic cost. The idea is that, knowing the wish's cost, it would still be a tough call whether you take that wish or not. Last week, we had, your pants never develop holes around the crotch, but you show the top of your butt when bending over more often, by about the same amount as people noticed your crotch holes. Interestingly, our Twitter poll showed that 67% of you rejected this wish, while our Facebook discussion group, which you should totally join by the way, it was 100% accepted. One person even wanted the wish reversed, saying crotch holes weren't that big a problem for them, but top bot already was. Also, I want to point out, I believed Anne, the only female representative on the podcast at the time, that women didn't get crotch holes. But I've since had a lot of women write in and say this is a problem for them, that it's not just a male problem. This week's wish is for anyone who likes to travel. Tracy Aaron Smith wished to be able to travel anywhere in the world instantly. Griffin Toplitsky and Shannon Lahaie depart with me on this wishful exploration. All right, we got one more wish to go, but before we get started, let's meet who's with me today. We have Griffin Toplitsky.
Hello.
And Shannon Lahaie.
Hi.
And the wish we're talking about today is, I wish I could travel instantly, anywhere in the world. So there's lots of different ways we could try to interpret this, lots of ways to break it down. I'm going to start with Griffin. Yeah, Griffin. What do you think would be a good cost for this wish?
I think, and it's up to them. Can I do two? I want to do two costs. I want to present them with a choice of two.
Are they like linked costs? Are they you're saying
they're very similar costs, but I'm saying here, wish giver, you got to choose one of these stipulations.
Okay.
Either you don't get to choose when, or you don't get to choose where.
Oh.
Like, sure, you have the ability to travel anywhere in the world, but so choose a place, but you don't know when it'll happen.
Right.
Or the vice versa. Let's switch it around.
Right. They can choose, I want to travel somewhere in the world.
Yeah, I want to go to New Zealand. Well, fine. You don't know when it's going to happen.
So maybe they could have both abilities. Like, it's not even a choice at the start of the pick of the wish. It's a pick every time they decide to use the wish.
Oh, okay. Sure, I'll grant them that. Yeah, I'm a benevolent genie.
You go, I want to go to Japan. And you wait, and then maybe it'll happen.
Be a year.
maybe
you're going instantaneously.
Like, they're in the middle of like the biggest meeting of their lives. Like, they've been, and like as they're in the center of it, it starts to happen. They're like, no, not now. I wanted it, but I didn't know. That sort of thing.
And there's you said big meetings, but there's also like just inconvenient
big
setups.
Is the only time.
Well, that's the only kind she has. She doesn't know a small meeting.
What about a poop?
Big shot.
What about a poop? I mean,
what about a poop?
You're in the middle of a poop.
You're in the middle of a poop.
Oh no, that's what she calls big meetings.
Or a big meeting.
That's what a big meeting is. Yeah,
fair enough.
Wait, like you're mid poop. Do you continue to poop upon?
Oh yeah.
What part comes? Yeah, no, I don't think the whole poop would come with you. I think you.
Well, that's efficient.
Would cut it off.
That's a fast way to poop.
You cut it off.
No, but you're not done.
Yeah, no.
You arrive and then continue the poop.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I'd like it if it came with, but that's the part that faded in first.
Yeah.
So in Japan, just a poo apparates, and then everyone's like wondering, like, all right, who's going to be attached to this one?
I don't know a lot about Japanese folklore, but I know enough that there's definitely a demon that already does that.
Oh, there's a floating
There's
poo
gotta
demon.
be. There's gotta be. They have a lot of weird demons. There's probably one that shows up as poop
We
first.
don't know a lot about Japanese folklore, but if we know something,
speak
it's that they're
for yourself.
poop monsters.
One thing we know is they must have a poop monster.
They for sure have a poop monster.
Okay, so yeah, I want to clarify one thing though.
Okay.
What is the degree to specificity that they have the ability to travel to a location? Because I think that's something we may need to like.
They can have an address. They can say like lobby of the Marriott Hotel in New York, I think.
Okay.
If we're going with, they don't get to choose when it happens.
Right.
But if it's something else, then no, they're going to end up anywhere. I don't know.
I'm just worried about like teleporting like inside bank vaults and that sort of thing. So that's why I'm saying like, yeah, either to like the outside door or to like the city gates or something like that.
This is what I'm thinking of because if I can jump into my.
Yeah, I think that's a good time to transfer over to Shannon.
I think I think that my cost would be you don't get to pick exactly where. So if you want to go to Japan, you could just show up in the middle of someone's living room. They'd be like, what the hell are you doing in here? Like, I like the cost being like, you could just instantly get there. You may find yourself in a very embarrassing situation.
But then how specific are you allowed to be?
Yeah, how specific do they have to declare it? That's the tricky part there. Because if they,
What if you want to go to like Mount Fiji specifically, and you say Mount Fiji?
Or I mean, if you say like the Imperial Palace, there's not really that many places in the Imperial Palace that won't be like, well, and I guess a lot of them will probably get you killed by the guards, but.
Right? But like imagine like
there's probably less dangerous places. Like I want to go to Walmart. You can still teleport there right away. Great. I'm at Walmart. There's no dangerous place to Walmart.
But you teleport to like the Walmart staff lounge and they've just locked it up for the night and you're trapped in there like that. And I think there should be.
But you said you got to pick the time. So why are you picking to go to Walmart as they're locking up for the night?
Because they want to rob Walmart. They want to rob Walmart and they didn't think about getting stuck in the staff lounge. Okay. I also think there should be a limit. I also want
to explain a thing to Shannon. The majority of locks don't work.
What if they're all key-based?
To stop you on the inside.
No,
but
they
could
be all key-based. I don't know. No. I've been in rooms where it's like you have to lock and unlock completely with a key.
Or there's at least like fire exits. If it's like an office building, they got to be fire codes. Pull an alarm if
no, mine's a magnetic one. It's hooked up to a computer.
Oh, is it? Yours in your house?
Mine.
Your personal?
Yeah.
You lock your house up real tight?
My Walmart staff room.
You have your own personal Walmart. I forgot about that. Yeah.
Yeah, so I like to do comedy. It's very fun.
Yes.
To pay the bills, I do manage a Walmart.
No, that makes sense. That adds up a lot. So I think you're saying you can declare to the specificity of a building. You think that's still fair?
Yeah, what are they allowed to specify?
I guess
you gotta say right now.
You're right. I guess in my mind, I want there to be an uncertainty. I guess maybe it's not a location I'm thinking of. Maybe I'm thinking of like the uncertainty of what you're about to teleport yourself into. Right. So maybe you can give the specificity of a location, but like maybe you'll accidentally teleport on top of someone and hurt them, and then that's a situation you have to deal with. Like maybe there's an inaccuracy of like where you get thrown and what's going on. So
now I'm worried about how unsafe this is, because right now we're talking.
Yeah,
you're dealing with anxiety right now.
Yeah,
right?
I think that's a cost, though. I think that's a cost.
Well, right, but the same mechanism. I'll get to you a second, Griffin.
You're holding your hand up. Hands up. I'm waiting politely.
I just want to finish the thought.
I'm waiting politely, but talking to the microphone.
So, I get it. You think anxiety first. That's where you're coming from. I get that. But all these same powers, you could teleport into like. Could you teleport halfway into a wall? Could you teleport over something that's on fire? Mm-hmm. Okay, that's very dangerous.
Yeah, mine's on the same subject.
Okay,
can I go?
Yeah, you can go now.
His hands
altitudes.
Down.
Oh.
Because you're not going to be at the same altitude here. If you like transport parallel to where you are now, that's either way high above the ground or way below ground somewhere else.
So, Shannon, are you including altitude in this, or do you think they at least get a safe altitude?
Or are you going to kill someone tonight, Shannon?
How murderous are you? Again, we were trying to gauge this so that this is a cost that someone might take, and if...
See, to me, because I also want it to be a reasonable cost, because I don't want to be too enticing. Like, if it's just like, if we make it too easy, someone's like, yeah, I'd do that, then there's really no point in putting a cost on, right?
Yeah, for sure.
So that's why I think there's a certain level of safety, sure, that we can put in. But I do, for me, the social anxiety of not knowing the exact, like, it's not like you're going to have a neat and tidy teleport in like a corner and no one's going to notice it and you just sort of stroll in. Like, there needs to be a risk of like, well, I just teleported like onto a dinner table of a family in this building that I wanted to get into. Okay. Whoops.
Now, is that an uncertainty or a guarantee? Like,
it's an uncertainty. Okay. It is also possible that it's going to be perfectly fine and clean and it's going to be like the most grand entrance ever. That's also very possible, but you don't know what you're going to get. You don't know what you're going to teleport into. So maybe we can make it more specific of like the location you want to be, but like the circumstances and what's going on, like that is out of your control.
That's out of control. So they're definitely teleporting somewhere they can't see. I'll say like, let's just put the minimum amounts of safety on it so that like they won't be inside a wall. They won't be miles above the location, but they could definitely be in socially awkward scenarios, like on people's dinner table
or in a situation where like if you teleport into a bank and you just appear right beside a security guard and he grabs you and arrests you, well, that's the cost that you're risking.
Well, maybe here's the way to put it then is that, on top of like, you don't know the exact situation, there will always be someone who sees you when you arrive. Because keep in mind that this is a magic power that does not exist in the real world.
Oh, so people don't know. You don't become famous as the teleporting guy.
Well, you'll never be able to sneak anywhere. Every time you show up somewhere, there will be instant panic.
People will be everyone like,
goes, poo! Ah, a ghost. Ah, poo. whatever has just arrived.
So you're saying that we put it in that people can never just teleport somewhere unseen? Because I wasn't necessarily saying that. I'm saying that's definitely, it's like a roll the dice situation in my mind, where possibly you won't be seen, possibly you'll be seen by 6 people, maybe only be seen by like one small child who will be like, Mom, that person teleported, and they'll be like, Billy, don't be ridiculous.
Exactly.
Like I'm saying all those are possible.
Okay.
But not necessarily you have to be seen
I
every
assumed that was built into teleportation, but I guess not.
What?
That like you don't know the exact situation you're going to.
I mean, if we're saying you're teleporting to somewhere that you aren't already, then you don't know what's there.
I already imagined your rule.
Like, is your teleportation moving time around, like, so that maybe that's the way that makes sure the situation is uncertain? Because
whoa, yeah. What if you can say where but not when?
Oh, okay, yeah.
In time,
like within the day, it could change. Like you could lose a couple hours.
So we can shift through space and time.
Yeah.
Because I assumed that we could shift through space but not time. Oh.
Well, so I'm thinking you choose to shift through space.
Yeah.
The time you're not sure about, right?
I guess in my head when I was thinking about it, the time was consistent with the time that you were currently like. And
I was too, but I'm just saying you're saying that there's going to be an uncertainty when you arrive, but there's a certain amount of predictability about what the situation will be at certain places, right? Like you said, if you teleport at 7 or whenever, when does Walmart close? Like 5 minutes
Griffin,
out.
7.
Griffin, you manage Walmart.
When does your Walmart close?
We usually, what day?
Like a Wednesday night.
Wednesday night, we're probably done at right 9-10.
Okay. So you suddenly teleport in at, 10:45.
Okay, that's far past close.
Exactly.
No
so
one's there.
You can predict that there won't be anyone there.
There's no security guards. We might have Jeff working janitorial, depending on what his duties are like. He might be waxing the floors for the night.
Okay, so this is what I'm saying then, with a bit of uncertainty of where you end up in it, that adds it to it. Because like you can teleport into Walmart, but you don't know. It's not like you'll be like, I want to teleport into like aisle 6 at Walmart in front of the lawnmowers. Like it's like, I just want to teleport into Walmart.
It's aisle 3.
I'm sorry.
Oh, okay.
I'm so sorry.
Good.
I'm so sorry. But yeah, what if you end up teleporting into like the loading dock and like you're trapped? Like the being able to choose exactly where, taking that away to a degree.
Okay. Can I try? I'm going to go on a little bit of a different tangent with the one that I want to propose.
Okay.
And I'm calling it extreme jet lag. And so the idea is, if you take this power, you will always get very tired between, like, let's say 10 p.m. and 6 a.m. in your home time zone, no matter where you travel, or if you don't travel at all. When it's those times in your home time zone.
Forever? Or
forever. As soon as you take the ability, you can then teleport once a day to anywhere in the world, like to within like the entrance of a building, so like not into bank vaults and stuff.
Right.
You can do it once a day, as much as you want, but if it's that time in your home time zone, you suddenly get very sleepy and have to go to bed.
And that's as soon as you have the power. It's not a thing of like per time you use it.
No, as soon as you have the power. Yeah.
Interesting.
You're telling me I'm going to get sleepy at 10 p.m.?
Yeah. Well,
Walmart's closed. Who
you
cares?
can pick the time. I'll say when you take
Not
the
if
wish.
It's a Saturday. We're open till 11.
I'll say when you take the wish, you can pick the time that fits your schedule, but it's 8 hours in your home time zone. I don't know if you're a night owl, if you're maybe more of a morning person, all those, whatever.
I feel like I'm always sleepy. I feel like I always want to have a nap.
Right.
So I kind of seem like, I feel like
you have this power already?
I feel like I didn't know, and I'm going to try later.
So it sounds like once you choose this, you're going to have a lot more time you're awake than you are currently.
This
is great for you.
I'm so excited.
I don't know if it'll revitalize you more, but it'll at least, you'll at least be predictable when you get tired. Because you know when
I think you should take this wish.
Okay, now another random thought I've thought.
Sure.
This is a very... But the only time you can't teleport with clothes on was another one I thought about. So you have to show up naked.
That makes sense. They wouldn't come with you.
Yeah, they don't come with you.
Oh, so it's very specifically you too. So let's make it. You can't bring anything with you. So make it a little harder for Griffin and myself wear glasses. We can arrive.
Okay, the listeners don't know that. Maybe they thought I was a cool guy. Don't say that on mic.
They can still hear your voice.
They know you work at a Walmart.
Oh, Maddox.
You can hear the glasses on both of us. Let's be honest.
Yeah, that's fair.
Yeah.
Okay, so you can't bring any. That would cut down people robbing bank vaults, which I know is the main concern we have with this power.
I find that a very common
you've
problem.
Been coming back to the bank vault time and time again.
Look, Maddox, this
You
is about
give
the fact.
Do you have a bunch of jewels somewhere that you
Not
are
yet,
very
but if I
concerned?
had teleportation, yeah, I would real quick.
No. According to your own rules,
Well,
you can't.
not by these rules, no. And that's
Tell
why
you,
I
not
want to
getting
make
past those
sure.
magnetic locks.
Yeah.
As this magical wish granter man that I am, I don't want to give the ability to steal the gems that rightfully should be mine to just anybody.
So
Okay, so no clothes.
no, I think no things
No
because
things.
No
then
things, yeah.
that way they could just if you teleport with an empty bag, which is the number one tool of the bank
Maddox
robber.
brought up a good
Well,
question
and you
about my
can't
nerd
teleport
face.
out,
I
yeah.
wouldn't want to go anywhere without my glasses.
What contacts? What if you had contacts on? Is that close enough to your body?
No,
that
they hurt
would
my
see it?
eyes.
No, I think it's anything. Yeah, no physical object. You can. And
Nothing
yes,
at
contacts do
all.
also hurt my eyes a lot.
What if you have a pacemaker?
Ooh,
Does that come
Oh
with?
yeah, or like a false hip or something like that,
Ooh.
or a prosthetic leg.
Or a cool bracelet?
I did not think that.
Yeah.
through. I did not think
I
of
think
those.
there
The bracelet is
should-
no. The bracelet is no, Griffin. You don't need the bracelet, even if it's a
I
medical
made
alert.
it at camp!
Griffin, describe your bracelet.
What it is, it's a bunch of beads, and then it says, there's a bunch of letters, and it spells out Josh, because that's who made it for me at summer camp.
Oh, is Josh your BFF?
No, on the back it says acquaintance. You can see that here.
Okay, yeah, no,
The
that's
beadwork
I
is
met him that day.
a lot of
remarkable.
small beads on the back for
That's
the acquaintance.
gorgeous. Did you do that with a bead loom?
Yeah, he used the bead loom. I
Oh.
didn't. Again, I did not make this.
And
Josh
does
made
he
this.
sell these?
He should. I'm
Yeah.
trying to get them into Walmart's.
I would buy several
You
of
have the
those.
power, Griffin. You have your own Walmart.
Oh my god.
Let's bring it
We're in
back
the
to the
bead business,
topic. though.
baby.
Yeah, let's bring it back to the topic for a bit. Okay.
Why?
I think we just have to.
Okay, I think there has to be a certain, and I think this does come back to the glasses. I think there has to be a certain level of allowance for anything that is a physical enhancer, like something that you need, like contacts. I'm more inclined to say, or prosthetics, or pacemaker, something that is vital to someone's ability and mobility. Like if someone was wheelchair bound, I think the wheelchair should be able to go with them,
Ooh, yeah.
but not their clothes.
But not the clothes. They show up naked in a wheelchair.
But I agree that people shouldn't be able to go into a bank vault, steal something, and then teleport out with it. Like you shouldn't be able to take that stuff with you.
See, I was thinking originally with mine with the jet lag, like I was going to let them take a carry-on bag, like a small, like, anything you'd fit in the overhead bin, like that amount of stuff with them. But if we're giving them not the evil jet lag that I like so much, then I don't think they should be able to take
With
much.
mine, I'll give you 2 carry-ons. Vote for me, listeners.
It's not it. Well, they're going to vote, but they're not going to vote for us. We're going to pick between us, and they're going to vote for that one if they like it.
Well,
or
I'm
not.
just saying, I get the most luggage with me, it sounds like.
Like, I really hope that my fan base likes me better than you, but it's early days. I haven't really won them over yet.
Okay, what about, because I just thought of this. Usually for me, if I had this power, I'd be like, sweet, I'm going to Europe for a month. You can't really pack, I guess, for that. So that means you have to go and buy everything.
Oh, yeah, but you
And
could
can
you
you
bring
bring
money?
a wallet? Yeah.
Could you bring money?
No, you couldn't bring. I mean, we're in the modern era. You could like send a money transfer to yourself to a bank
To
or
what
something.
bank? How would you access the bank once you're there? You don't have your debit card.
Or your ID.
Oh, you don't have your ID. No,
You're just
Or
some
a
naked guy.
passport.
You're just a naked guy. You're probably in jail immediate on arrival.
Immediate on
If you're
arrival.
in any populated city.
You got to go to fields. Go to fields on the outskirts. And then you steal what you need. You get in, impersonate someone. You got their bank account. Get into that bank vault. Steal Maddox's gems.
Don't take my gems.
Okay, I think what if
Yeah.
there's a minimum amount of like things you're allowed to
You
bring?
can bring some money.
So-
or
Yeah, the rule is you can bring some money.
Okay,
found
here's
a definite rule.
Here's a way to do it, and I think this is a safe level to do it.
Okay.
And you can take anything that fits within your body.
I can shove
So
bills into my mouth.
You could take a mouthful of worth of your wallet, and pacemakers would be fine. Contacts would be fine if you close your eyes when you do it.
yeah.
Well, yeah, you have to. You're teleporting. You have to close your eyes.
Yeah,
Otherwise, it sucks out your eyeballs. But that's just teleporting.
yeah.
If you have your eyes open while you teleport, your eyeballs get sucked out. That's
we
just a
all
rule.
knew. We all knew that.
Yeah.
No one's learning anything here. We all definitely
Yeah,
knew that
we all knew
beforehand.
that.
Yeah. Okay.
That's how I lost these.
Yeah, your glasses are fully cybernetic.
They're aesthetic.
Yeah.
Beading on them is beautiful.
Yeah, thank you.
Who did
It's
that?
Josh.
Oh.
Gosh, yeah.
Yeah.
I think that load of amount of stuff you can take with you is probably consistent for all of our wishes now, all the
Okay.
different versions of it.
Okay.
So let's go through them again and see if there's one we can decide on as the one we like the best. So Griffin, you started with
You can only choose where or when, and
But
the
no.
other one is random.
yep. And Shannon was thinking
You have
Oh, and
no.
two carry-ons.
I think we're going down. I don't think we need naked, but like you can't take much with you.
Okay, you can't take much with you, and you have no control over like what situation you're going into. And I think, I don't know, I kind of think that I want to throw in that you can go through time, space, but you can't time travel. Personally,
I think when we propose time travel, we're proposing that as a possible cost to make it more random so you can predict it. No one was saying that the rest of us were time traveling here.
No, well, I'm saying that people can't choose their time, like in terms of like, but like.
So you could lose some time while teleporting. I think that becomes your cost then.
Yeah, I guess that's the cost.
You can choose the place, but you kind of don't know within the next day in which it'll actually arrive.
Yeah, fair enough. Okay, my thing is, you can find yourself just appearing in the middle of a situation that you you have no control over what situation you're going into.
Cool. And mine was the jet lag one, where you got to get sleepy based on your home time zone, even when you're not using the power. So breaking this down, is there any one that we're immediately all feeling a little bit extra?
Listen, and we're good friends. Right? I want to hear you say it first.
We're good friends.
Again, I imagined that any situation to already be part of this scenario. I imagined that anyways.
Yeah.
Not that it's an additional cost. Like, you don't know what situation you're teleporting into.
Yeah.
But what I'm saying is that people can't say, like, I want to make sure that I'm going into an empty room. Like, I don't want people to be able to do that.
Yeah, okay. I think Griffin's kind of absorbs a bit of yours. A bit, because like if you can't tell when you're going to go, you also can't tell when you're going to arrive.
Okay, fair.
They kind of slide into each other.
Yes, I my job at the Walmart.
Did I tell you Shannon used to manage that Walmart?
Oh, no. Mm-hmm. This is turning into much more of a drama podcast than I was expecting. You guys have so much stuff to air out.
We'll get to it.
Yeah, I kind of actually like Griffin's for its elegance. I mean, I like mine, but I think I'm biased for liking mine. But I like Griffin's elegance of just being able to pick one of the two and having it being kind of random.
I can get on board with Griffin's.
Okay.
All right.
Yeah.
So you can pick.
Plus, you get two carry-ons.
You get two carry-ons. You do get.
I
knew it was a selling feature.
I'm gonna push it down to one carry-on.
No, you can't do that. Mine comes with two. You're just trying to get the votes for yourself.
No, I'm not, because we're just gonna pick one and vote on it. So we're picking Griffin's, I think.
Yeah. Okay, let's go for Griffin's.
So we're picking Griffin's, like small carry-ons. Like you still got to be able to fit them in an overhead bin. You're not taking a whole bunch of gold or bearer bonds with you.
No, just your gems.
Not my gems.
Okay, wait. Are we talking about the contents of the carry-ons? I just imagined it was just size and weight, and you can have whatever you want in that bag.
Yes, it's like a regular airline.
I just don't want people going in or out with a whole lot of bearable bonds.
Look, I promise we're going to find the map to these gems of Maddox's that he is so worried about.
We're going to get those gems, Maddox.
All my podcasting gems. Yeah, so we're going with Griffin's. You can pick the time or you can pick the place. The other one is completely random and out of your control. Mm-hmm. Knowing that, Shannon, would you take this wish? Or I guess, would you use this wish for you to take it? Because I guess it's one of those ones that you can take and then not use.
Like you can just take it and then never use it.
Yeah, I can just have it. It's just I just have it as an option. Yeah. And one day, I think I would. I really think I would, and I think I would just clear out. Okay, is there a...
I think you have to use it at least once you get it. You have to declare one of the two things to get it.
Oh, so what would you choose?
Because we don't want you to never use it.
Would you choose a wear or a wet?
Yeah, we can't have you never use it, because then, it's just a back pocket thing. You're just postponing when you pick whether you want the wish or not. So I say you have to use it once when you take it.
Oh, okay. Well then, yeah, I would take it, and I would choose the wear, because I have more anxiety about, I don't know if that's been apparent, I have more anxiety about not knowing where I'm going to be versus not knowing when. Because I feel like I just clear out a month.
Okay. No, but it might not be the month. It might be when you're having that big meeting in the bathroom.
Could be a bathroom meeting, yeah.
I'd rather be surprised time-wise than location-wise.
Okay.
Yeah.
And top of your head, where would you go?
Probably like Greece.
Okay.
I think that'd be fun.
And again, we let you narrow it down, but you're going to the whole country of Greece.
The whole country of Greece.
What if it's an awkward social setting?
Yeah. You could have narrowed it quite a bit down, but now you're in that greasy man's kitchen.
I don't know.
He's greasy because he was making bacon.
Wait, so she's ending up in a vat of grease?
I'm just in a vat of grease. Is it cold grease at least?
It's like lukewarm. Like it's not. He's not currently cooking with it, but he was cooking about a half hour ago. She doesn't get to choose the time.
Wait.
It could be hot grease. It could be cold grease.
I figured it out.
Am I shrunk down?
It's a very big vat of grease.
that this one man is cooking with.
Yes.
He's cooking with an entire vat of grease.
Yes.
Well, I brought this on myself.
Yeah.
Okay, so you've decided to take the wish.
Yeah.
All right. We'll move over to Griffin. Would you take this wish?
Yes, and I would choose when. For sure, I would choose when. What are you saying?
So you're saying you would be comfortable with just popping up in the middle of a desert with nothing, and you don't know that?
Not with nothing. I'd get a mouthful of cash. I'd have my ID and stuff. It could be in the desert.
Okay,
Yeah.
but it could be in the desert. But that's what I mean. It could be in the desert, and then you're out there, and you don't know to pack for the desert.
No.
Yeah, you could also end in the Arctic.
Okay.
And
So this could be death.
So you got to put.
It could be
You got to put one in each, I guess, right? Like you got 2 carry-ons. One is your Arctic carry-on. One is your desert carry-on.
Oh no, guys! I've outsmarted my own game.
Oh.
Here we go. Here's what I'm doing. I'm putting a little tracking beacon in my mouth, and I'm telling a friend this is when I'm going to be leaving. Tomorrow I disappear. Track me immediately. Find out where I am. If it's get in contact with me. If it's an all right place, leave me there. I can hang out in Nevada, Greece, but if it's dangerous, get a search team going. Is that good? Am I smart?
Wait, did they need a search team?
I guess what I'm wondering now is, so you've found a loophole to the cost, but did you get a perk out of this? Because you don't know if you wanted to end up, like it's still 50-50 if you wanted to end up where you ended up.
If I didn't want to end up there, then people are coming. I'll just go back. If I did want to end up there, great. I just cost-effective way I got there. It's random, right? I can just do that a few times. I can always say like, all right, tomorrow I'll try again, and hopefully it's where I want to be, and hopefully I've got a good friend who's going to keep coming to rescue me every time it goes wrong.
Is it Josh? Did you give it to Josh?
I haven't seen Josh in years.
You should have put a tracker on Josh.
But how
my theory is this bracelet's a tracker, and he knows exactly where I am.
Oh, that's sad. That means he's purposefully ignoring you.
I think he's nervous.
He doesn't know where or when to find you.
Has he met you?
Yeah, he made you that
Yeah,
bracelet.
he made me this bracelet.
I'm just saying, like, why would he be nervous of you? You're not.
Well, they were only acquaintances.
And when he gave me the bracelet, I was mad. Oh boy, did I humiliate him in the dining hall.
Really?
Oh, yeah.
Oh, do you regret it?
Yeah. Yeah, he makes great beads.
Yeah.
Walmart's getting into the bead game now.
Were you
I
just
could use a man
embarrassed
like him.
because like you loved it so much and there were so many emotions swarming up that you...
At the time, I didn't love it. I was yelling at him about the quality of the bracelet.
Sometimes it takes time to appreciate art. You have to really sit with it for a while.
Yeah, it was ahead of its time.
Yeah.
You know what, Griffin? I think you owe Josh an apology, and I think there's no better time.
No, right now, if you could just reach out to Josh. We know he's listening.
Yeah.
Josh, I know you're listening. I know you're out there.
Podcast.
Josh,
You need
what's
to
his
come
last name?
save me. I chose this wish and I popped up in the middle of this podcast. You got to get me out of here. The beacon's in my mouth. You know where I am. Let's go, Josh. Get a team going. Oh, and also, I'm sorry.
Yeah. The sorry was an important part there, Griffin.
That was really beautiful.
It was very beautiful.
You're crying.
I think if Josh takes his wish, we'll see him really shortly and he'll be right here. Nope, he doesn't love you. He doesn't love you.
Episode of Breakawish.
He doesn't love you. But yeah, I have to weigh in myself, I guess, and I'm gonna go. You guys both took this wish. You took it for time, and you took it for place. I'm gonna say no. I don't.
No.
I think this is too unpredictable.
You're too content and you have no ambition.
So it's not.
I don't even really like travel that much anyway.
Really, it's not enticing to you that you can somewhere.
I mean,
because it's very enticing. The power to just go somewhere like that. I would love
even if it's
that.
like downtown and you don't have to take the TTC for a day.
But
Honestly.
again, if it's a place I want to go, then I don't know when, and I need to know when. Otherwise, I won't have my stuff on me. I take time to get ready before even leaving the house. I like my shoes to be well tied up and very secure. I like to make sure I've brushed my teeth.
None of this applies to me so far.
Bathroom time is important, right? I want to make sure my bowels and bladder are empty before leaving the house because I don't know where there'll be a bathroom when I get out there.
Right up.
Fill it right up.
Shoving stuff in there.
Exactly. Again, I can't risk there being a big meeting if it's somewhere I want to go. So I just don't think I could deal with that uncertainty. That would be
because you're worried you're gonna poo.
I'm in public. I don't think I could handle that. That would be the end of Maddox. Immediately heart attack from shame.
What if the poo got there first?
They would know it was my poo. I feel like they would know.
Oh, you smell alone.
I smell a specific way.
And it's bedazzled.
Yes. I did swallow some beads.
It's the beads, yeah. You've been chewing on my bracelet this whole time.
Yeah, it's gonna be a very unique poo. So yeah, I think we have two of us who are taking it in different ways, one for time, one for place. I'm going to say no. But what would you think, listeners? Tell us if you would take this wish, and also tell us any other wishes you might have. Well, that's what we came up with, but we want to hear from you. Your wishes, your thoughts, whether you take this wish or not. You can find us on Twitter at breakawishpod. email breakawishpod@gmail.com. You can join the Break-A-Wish discussion group on Facebook, and remember to write a review on iTunes and Apple Podcasts. To find all this information, visit breakawish.ca. Both Griffin Toplitsky and Shannon Lahaie are part of an improv group called The Kids Table, which you can follow on Facebook. They also each have their own podcasts on the Sonar Network. Griffin's is called Killed to Death, and Shannon's is Escapecapade. Find both at thesonarnetwork.com. This is a Kicks and Giggles entertainment production hosted by Maddox Campbell, theme by Matthew Reed, cover art by Justin Langford, and a proud member of the Sonar Podcast Network. More podcasts at thesonarnetwork.com. Before we go, some wishes don't take a whole episode to figure out. I call these summary judgments. Brian R. on Twitter said, "I wish to be a good enough comedian to be invited on Break-A-Wish. Though our guests are all funny comedians, they're also friends of mine. So, to have this wish granted, you'd have to hang out with me and hear me complain about my dumb problems. So, what would you wish for?"
This podcast has been brought to you by the Sonar Network. Sonar!
Escapecapade is an improvised Escape the Room podcast. I take two guests, trap them in a room, describe it to them in great detail, load it with puzzles, and then over the next 45 minutes, they can do whatever they want. You want to listen to two people fixate on a poster for 45 minutes? That's happened. Escapecapade episodes are released every other Tuesday and are available on thesonarnetwork.com. Just click on Escapecapade.
Hey,
Griffin
Steve
here.
Don't turn this off yet.
You finally got to the good part where we tell you about our podcast.
It's called Killed to Death, and it's an improv podcast where we solve
Made up.
murders.
Not real ones. That'd be weird.
We've had so many great guests, lots of which have been on other Sonar shows like this one, like
Chris Locke,
Alistair Forbes,
Jackie Pierco,
Nicole Passmore,
Matt Folliott,
our friend Aiden,
3 different guys named Dave.
nobody named Lucas,
Sometimes you can hear the guys who live above us through the ceiling.
no ghosts,
Exclusively ghosts.
and so many more.
So check out the sonarnetwork.com/killedtodeath.
Killed to Death. It's usually less than an hour.